Hey there, chess fans. This is BombDeezy. My handle BombDeezy on the ICC, BAUMDEEZY, and I'm bringing you my first in my hopefully long series of games and concept videos that will help both you and me get better at chess. Now, for my first video, I chose kind of a sentimental point. I chose a game which I played recently on the ICC, which was in the first real opening line I ever really studied as white or black. And we're going to see in the game that my opening knowledge, or at least my knowledge of middle game maneuverings and strategies, proved to be rather decisive, while black seemed to kind of fiddle about aimlessly in a really sharp position, which really hurt him, and ended up costing him the game. So let's get to this game right away. I'm white, and I played e4. He responded c5, Sicilian, knight f3, knight c6, also possible is d6, d4, c takes d, knight takes d, and d6. Now this is kind of a almost a classical setup for the Sicilian. If white were to play knight c3 and then knight f6, here we have a classical variation of the Sicilian, but this isn't what black had in mind in the game. Now, white does have a good alternative here other than knight c3, and that's c4. And this is the Moraxi bind setup. And this provides excellent protection over the d5 square, which is really to white's advantage considering that he has an open file which he can place and even double his rooks on for excellent control. But this isn't my style. I don't like playing c4 because in many sharp lines of the Sicilian, it's necessary to castle queenside, and c4 kind of destroys those ventures. So I played the more, maybe restrained, knight c3 and g6. This is indicating that black wishes to play the dragon, one of the sharpest lines in the Sicilian, and played by lots of good players and lots of theory. I indicate that I would like to play the Yugoslav attack, which is the main test to the Sicilian dragon. And basically what the middle game plans are is to create a battery. Let's say in the game, black plays bishop g7, and I play bishop e3. And now the plans are starting to become a little more clear. After knight f6, this is a little bit interesting because normally we see knight f6 earlier in the Sicilian, and I thought during the game that maybe he was trying to make his bishop a little bit more open with, let's say, maybe trying to play e6 or play the knight somewhere other than knight f6, which kind of closes in his bishop. But I don't know what he was thinking. Now here, bishop c4. Now the immediate queen d2 is okay as well, but I enjoy playing the early bishop c4 because I want control both over d5, and I want the attacking prospects on f7. And after possibly queen d2, black could, let's say, castle, and then if white wanted to castle queenside, black could play an immediate d5, breaking in the middle, which wouldn't be very good. It would promise black quick equality. So I like playing this queen, or the bishop c4 early. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. After knight f6, bishop c4. I like playing this right away instead of queen d2. Black castled, and I played queen d2. Black played bishop d7, and I'm not so sure how common of a game. Oh, it's relatively common of a move. Let's see, black can also play knight f6 to d7. You can also play knight c6 takes d4. You can also play a6 and queen a5. All these have been played by pretty solid players. But this bishop c8 to d7 is definitely the most main move with over 10,000 games. And then after castling queenside, this is the ultra main line. But I don't always play castles queenside here either. Now in the game, I played a move which I think is better, h4. Foregoing castling, at least for the time being, hopefully saving the tempo to get white's queen or kingside action started one move quicker. Now, knight e5. Excellent attempt at the bishop at c4. Maybe attempt was the crucial word there. But after bishop b3, I mean the knight's still in a good square, but the bishop is still influencing all the same squares as before, and it's probably even safer now that it's protected by the pawns. Now, after bishop b3, black played a6, threatening b5 and b4, followed by a5 and a4 in queenside play. Now this has proved to be a little slow for this reason. h5. Now this looks like initially like a pawn sacrifice, and it is. Let's see for here. You can take with the knight, but g4. Knight has to move away, and let's say if he wanted to move to here, he's getting himself into some issues. As a matter of fact, the rook's trapped, so he can't go there. He has to go back. And then after that, bishop h6. And the bishop can't go back. We're seeing all these tactics start to roll on the position here. So bishop takes, queen takes. And then white has a very strong threat. Let's say if he played a null move like e6, g5, and the game's over. Threatening mate on h7. And the knight on f6. So things can go pretty wrong after this h5. And black plays a bad move, b5, which allows white to h takes g, bishop h6, just like previously discussed. Bishop can't move away, and black plays another terrible move, losing. Knight c4. Where's white's forced mate? I'll take that back. It's not forced, but forced win. Okay. In the game, I played the best move, at least the computer said. Bishop takes c4, b takes c4, bishop takes g7, king takes g7. Another blunder, losing completely after queen h6, queen g8, or king g8, and queen h8 mate. But apparently the computer said that black had the try. Here, instead of b takes c4, bishop h8, which looks ridiculous. After it just takes and takes, there's not this problem here. But oh man, it still doesn't look very good, that's for sure. So anyways, a quick defeat in a very sharp position with lots of theory. We can see that black just maybe one or two slow moves and it cost him everything. Now, I hope that, at least from the white perspective, that the viewers take some typical middle game maneuvering and strategic plans, at least in this variation of the Sicilian Dragon. It usually works to good favor, at least in lower rated events. So I hope that you enjoyed and maybe learned something from this video, and I hope to bring you more videos in the future. Now, this is Bomb DZ from the ICC. We'll see you later.